I reached out to a source. I don't know if the source wants me to name them, so I'm just going to leave their name out. And they clarified the transfer portal window for grad and for undergrad. So in this video, I'm going to go over that.
Shout out to TLP Sports Club, baby. Shout out BWB. BWB, BWB, baby. Shout out to Bandwagon Boss. Shout out to TLP Sports, man. Let's go.
TLP Sports, man.
Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Welcome to the Liberian Perspective. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. Look at the bottom of your screen. Cop your BWB merch so that you can rep the most educated, the well-informed, and least delusional fan base there is in all, and I mean all, of college football. Don't buy the hype. Buy BWB. Bandwagon buffs. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick, so that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. Okay, guys, so let me clear something up. I tell you guys that some people hear what they want to hear. Once they hear something, they run straight to the comments, and then they start commenting. Just like selective outrage, there is selective listening. No matter how much I say that this is what I'm saying, people are always going to hear what they want to hear, and they're going to base their entire argument, conversation, comment, or whatever you want to call it on what they thought that they heard. I did the Chance main video. In the beginning of the video, I start the video with the rules. NCAA transfer rules. I start the video with that. In the video, I'm like, how in the world can Chance main transfer when there's like days left? When I started this channel, I said, guys, I'm not too familiar with NCAA college football rules, regulations. I'm going to learn as much as I can to try to help this constituents, the BWBs. I don't assume to know everything about college football. I am a student when it comes to this. When I said, how can he transfer? I tell you, and I say transfer portal window in the beginning of the video. That was my question. If there is a transfer portal window that opens up, what is going on with the transfer portal window? When the window opens, it closes. So the question was, he was a grad student. How does he transfer when there is a transfer portal window? Here are the rules right here. As of August 2022, a D1 athlete can enter the NCAA transfer portal only during specified time windows. When you read that rule, which I read in that video, what does it tell you? It doesn't say except grad students. So somebody who is not familiar with college football, like myself and others who are new to this space, if you read that, you would say, okay, I understand that they have to jump into the transfer portal. Fall sports, a 45-day transfer window begins with a given sports championship. For winter sports, 60-day transfer window. And then for spring sports, 45-day transfer window. Nowhere here does it say this is only for undergraduates. That's what I was trying to get at. All right, so NCAA.org. D1 Council modifies transfer rules for postgraduate students. This was posted 9/21/2022 by Megan Durham. All right, so here it goes. Student athletes who will enroll at another school after graduating are now allowed to enter the transfer portal at any time. The Division I Council decided during its virtual meeting Wednesday. On August 31st, the Division I Board of Directors adopted new transfer rules, effective immediately, that require student athletes to enter the transfer portal during sport-specific transfer windows. So clearly, the transfer window is always open for grad students. This one is coming directly from the NCAA website, so that is the rule on graduate students. This is the information that I did not have to be able to get to this answer specifically. Can graduate students transfer anytime? To add on to that piece of information, guys, my source that I reached out to says, when I asked them, I said, oh, okay, so the portal is open to them at all times. Whenever they want to transfer, they can. The window period is only for undergrads. My source says yes, but they still have to abide to the enrollment rules for each school. So they can transfer out of the window, but not out of the enrollment window for each school, or they will lose a year. I wanted to add that bit of information. Every school has a window that you can enroll for you to be eligible to attend the school during that year. If you are a grad student and you are a student athlete and you transfer, just understand and make sure that you are enrolling and you can attend that year. You guys have to keep in mind that not everybody here knows college football and knows college football rules. I'm also here to educate people about the rules so that we can enjoy the games. Just like I came up with a question, I'm sure there are people who were here who had questions. How can he transfer when the transfer window was already closed? And then people started coming for me and I'm like, wait a minute, relax here. You go into the comments, like this guy right here, Eddie Mac 6648. You're really making Liberian people look bad, my man. He says, stop. Definitely ate your school fee, and giving out bogus information about that can easily be found by reading and comprehension. You must have gotten educated during the war, which is obvious. He transferred because he's a grad student and the same rules do not apply as they do with undergrads. You don't have to be disrespectful in the comments. You ain't gotta be disrespectful. I'm honest. At least if I don't know something, I say I don't know it. And I had questions. That's why I went to the rules. If you tell somebody read the rules, they go and they read the rules and they don't see what you're talking about, what do you expect them to do? Obviously, at the time, I was reading a set of rules from a different website, not necessarily the NCAA's website. And frankly, I really didn't know what question to ask. When I did ask the question that I asked, the NCAA website did not come up. The website that popped up about the NCAA transfer rules was exactly this website right here. Was the NCSA college recruiting website that came up. And I read the rules and I didn't see it. So if you know something, you don't have to do it in a disrespectful way. Just say, hey, this is what it said. That's how you become a respectful member of a community. You don't have to be that person. You don't got to be that guy or that gal. If you know something, just say, okay, this is it. We all do that in this community. And that's what I stand on here. I don't pretend to know all of the rules. And I want to learn. And that's why I continue to do what I do. Because there's a lot of people here in this community that do not know the rules. Where is there a safe place to go to learn something? When you say, I don't know, a lot of people, they show their insecurities because when they know something, they want to shame you into knowing what they know. That's not appropriate. It's not necessary. I'm not insecure about what I know and what I don't know. If you know something, you know something. You know what you know. I know a lot of things that a lot of people don't know. But I don't try to shame people in what they don't know. I wanted to clear that up for a lot of people who may not know. For anybody else out there, please do not be afraid to ask your question. Do not be afraid of the bullies. If you have a question, you can always hit me up privately. hottipsfortlpsports@gmail.com. If you don't feel comfortable to ask a question in the comments because you are afraid a cyber bully or somebody's going to come and try to shame you, email me. I'll try my best to get you the answer. And if it deserves a video where I can expound and somebody else can learn, I will do that. I want people to feel safe to ask their questions in the comments because then other people get to read those comments and then they get to learn as well. A lot of people hit me up and say, look, I learned a lot from your videos. And that's what I want here. I want to build this community where people can come and get answers for tough questions, for questions that they have about college football, to understand the game, to understand the sports. Because we all know that the NCAA is always changing the rules. When you turn around, this rule has changed. If you look up for 1 second, you may have known one rule, but then the next year, if you didn't go back to the NCAA website or a commentator, somebody explain that, you would be under the impression that the rule was still that rule until somebody brings it to your attention that the rule had changed. That's what that's about. Somebody may have known those rules. I didn't know those rules, so that's what it is. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. I'm going to leave it right there. You know who I am. I'm Harry B. And that right there was the Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club.